everybody, I'm Disuko from Disuko Flips, and I am blatantly ripping off Will Hirsch. In this video, I'll be checking out my brand new custom engraved Squiddy U that I got a few days ago, and sharing my thoughts and first impressions. Right off the bat, the unboxing experience for this ballast song was really nice. It's my first, good ballast song that's not like a bad Amazon knife or a clone. I found it to be pretty enjoyable. The Squiddy U came in this black box, sheathed in this black microfiber bag, and even came with this cute little sticker. Now moving on to the Squiddy itself. The Squiddy U is $60, essentially it's just another colorway for the Squiddy B, which is $55, and it's the model of the Squiddy that's supposed to have a little bit better balance than the original Squiddy. It's made from acetal plastic as opposed to the PVC that the original Squiddy is made from, and it has a brushed finish that kind of makes the blade look like sort of metal, which I think is cool. Like the other Squiddies, it looks completely harmless and it's TSA safe, so flipping it in public is no problem. It runs on Zen pins and has 2 tungsten weight pins in the handles and 1 in the center of the blade. The blade pin also comes with these 2 little O-rings that help it stay a bit quieter while flipping, and they definitely work well. Weirdly, I feel like having the O-rings in the blade somehow make it feel kind of more complete and premium. Without the silencers, the plastic clack it makes feels more light and accentuates the fact that it's plastic. The first thing that blew me away right out of the box was the sound. I was expecting a hollow plastic kind of clicky noise, but I was pleasantly surprised with a nice thwack and even a bit of buzz. After flipping it for a bit and dropping it a few times, the factory lube has deteriorated and it's less deep sounding than it was, but it still sounds really nice after a few days. In terms of tolerances, being that it's one of the cheaper Squid products and made from plastic with just washers, it has tap and a little teeny bit of play. But overall that's to be expected, and it doesn't really hinder from the flipping experience. My only nitpicky annoyance is there's blade rub that you can hear occasionally. It's not too big of a deal, and I'm sure with some extra tuning and care it could be made less. Other negatives for me include that the brushed finish can be kind of slippery if my hands are dry, and if dropped, sometimes the little nose weight pin will get pushed back and forth. But overall, I'm really enjoying flipping this thing. Flipping the Squiddy U is super fun. I personally like the balance of it a little better when compared to the original Squiddy, which my friend has. But rollovers and chaplains definitely benefit from a bit more handle bias, like in the base Squiddy. For casual flipping, not having to worry about a bite handle is super fun, because it's the same on both sides. But I wouldn't use this really as a trainer for leveling up to a live blade, because you might become careless with it. Not to mention that the weight is vastly different. In terms of feel in the hand, I honestly kind of like lighter knives, unlike this Nautilus clone that I picked up when I first started flipping. It feels nice in my hands because the handles are small, so I wasn't really used to a ridiculously heavy ballast song to begin with. The lightness helps a lot with speed and twirl type tricks where your weaker fingers need to do some work, and it makes fanning and rollovers pretty easy. I'm still pretty new to flipping, and I'm just approaching lower intermediate skill level, so with my experience I can't really give a comprehensive flipping review, but for a beginner or even just a flipper looking for something fun to play with, I'd certainly recommend the Squiddy. Given the price for an extreme budget flipper or a first trainer, I would go with the Blemish Squiddy, given that it's mostly always in stock and just a really good price. And if you just like the look of the Squiddy U or the B, and don't mind the extra money for the different colored handles or the laser engraving, I would absolutely recommend it. Overall, this thing is super fun, and I'm glad I decided to get it. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, subscribe, and most importantly, leave a comment with your thoughts, because I would love to hear what other people have to say. Other than that, that's it. Bye, Squiddy, good, end screen.